In the month of May, I walked 498,643 steps. My name is Lamar. This is Blue Hair Fitness, and this is why I did it. It actually started with me just deciding that I needed to change my life. Specifically, I wanted to lose weight. And when I say lose weight, I always mean lose fat. And I'm a big guy, and it was far too long. I needed to get this extra weight off. And I decided that I had everything I needed. It's a subtle shift, but I think it's important because so many times when you look out there or you read stuff online or you hear other people, often it's like, you join the gym or you join this class or you buy this equipment, or it's a consumerism. And I just believed like I have everything I need. I can lose this weight. I have everything I need right now. What can I do right now? And the thing I could do right now is walk. So on April 28th, I just started walking. So I put my shoes on, shirt, whatever, and I went out there and I started walking. And then I did the same thing on April 29th, and then I kept going and I kept going and I kept going. And it just evolved. And at one point, I was like, okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to walk in the morning and I'm going to take this very specific route because honestly, it was a challenge. Like I looked at the route and I went, this looks really challenging. I don't know if I can do this or whatever. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to walk it. And it ends up being about 8 kilometers. It's about 7.98 kilometers in total. I go up the river on one side, cross a bridge, come down the river, go past one bridge to another bridge and come back. So I just make this big loop. And I did it. And it was hot and I was sweaty. And when I got back and those initial walks, I'd be drenched in sweat. My shirt's drenched in sweat. And I sweat a lot naturally. But I kept doing it. And I'd come back. I'd, drink about almost 2 liters of water. Have some salt in it. I'd replenish myself. I'd recover. And, have some breakfast, get through my day, whatever. But the next day, I just kept doing it. And I just kept doing it. And I kept doing it. And then by the time I got into the second week, I was looking at, my habit was forming, and I wasn't even thinking about it consciously forming, but I was like, I walk. I'm a person that walks now. So, the few times where, there were things that may interfere with the walking, I was like, yeah, we can do that in the afternoon, but we can't do it in the morning because I have to go walking. And I would just walk. And then that 10,000 steps thing was never really my jam. So I changed my goal to 12,500 steps. And the reason I did that is because from my stride length, that's 10 kilometers. And that I really felt like was something that I could be doing every day and I'd feel really accomplished. And I was hitting that every day. And some days over the course of that month, I was less than 12,500, but very rarely. After I changed it to 12,500, I was only less than that one day. And that was because I had a planned day off. So I took that planned day off. I didn't even take a day off the day after I started developing blisters. So I started developing blisters because my old shoes were crap. And it's not that they were crap because they were inherently bad shoes. They were crap because they were really old and I was asking to do more than they should at the end of their life. So I started developing blisters. But I'm like, I'm not going to stop walking. So what I did was I put the lip balm Karmic stuff on my toes. And then I found out like shea butter will really help. So I started putting shea butter on my feet and putting my socks on. And the very first night that I had this blister thing developing, I did that. The next day I was perfectly fine. I walked my normal route. So that 8 kilometers every morning is something that I very rarely miss. And if I miss it in the morning, it gets done in the afternoon or the evening. And sometimes if I miss it in the morning, I'll do it in the afternoon just because I need to remember, hey, you should be doing this in the morning because it's hot as hell right now while you're doing it. But the habit just developed and I just kept at it and everything else fell into place. And so as I kept up with the habit of walking, if I kept doing it, I kept doing it, now my eating fell into place. My hydration fell into place. My making sure my electrolytes were right fell into place. And over the course of that month, I saw a dramatic change in my body in just 4 weeks. And I'm continuing on that path. Like, I'm not going to stop until I get to where I want to be. But the foundation of everything I do is walking. And so I'm not saying that you need to walk almost 500,000 steps next month to see a change. What I am saying is start where you are, but start with walking. And so if that means that you're going to do 5,000 steps a day, then go do 5,000 steps a day. If it means you're just going to walk around the block, then go walk around the block. If it just means walking to the corner, then walk to the corner, but do it every day and build that habit. And what you're going to find is everything else is going to start to fall into place. And don't let the small things become big things. Like, if something is impeding you from walking, figure out how to change, alter, or eliminate that, and keep your habit. So this is Lamar from Blue Hair Fitness. Keep your habit, make walking the foundation. Comment below.